Hi, I'm Roberto Alvarez. I'm the Executive Director of the GFCC. Universities are fundamental growth engines in the knowledge economy. We have been working with corporations, government agencies, private sector entities, and universities from more than 30 countries to make sense of global transformations and the future economy. I had a chance to sit with Professor Colin Grant and Professor Ioannis Kokoris from Queen Mary University London to talk about what is needed to build an impactful and resilient university. They make the case that universities need to engage with society, that new voices are needed for this conversation in order to create impact and better translate research into concrete results in society. I hope you like the conversation, but also that you can download the paper they have created for the GFCC. You can find information in the box below. And finally, please do not forget to sign up for our social media channels to stay updated.
I think a unique combination of world-class research excellence, genuinely world-class research excellence, and a deep commitment to diversity and inclusion.
We have academics, we have students who come from probably the vast majority of the countries worldwide, and this creates an environment where we can actually constructively exchange ideas and perspectives, some of which we will not necessarily be familiar with before, and that helps in having a really productive dialogue.
I think there'll be a more subtle calibration of technology-enabled learning and community, and at the same time a re-evaluation of the centrality of in-person interaction. And I think it will take time to filter through, but I think we will see a hybridization of the university model.
Universities show that when the need arises, they can actually adapt to the circumstances, and they can adapt to the circumstances not just to respond to the needs that is actually there, but also to try and grow through these changes that are happening.
I think there's a greater realization that universities can translate cutting-edge knowledge into practical solutions, are by their very nature open to innovation and therefore open to partnership with a variety of different kinds of stakeholders and channels. So we are ideally placed to be engines of growth, engines of prosperity, engines of innovation and inclusion across the generations and across the disciplines.
The first factor would actually be to have research ideas that can actually be relevant for the broader society. Second is to actually engage with the society, engage with different stakeholders that you would like to influence, and you would like to have a discussion on these research ideas or on this priority that you have set out as part of the work in university. Third factor would be to have the means in order to actually do the translation of the research into the impact, to actually implement that impact. Once the idea is in place, once the stakeholder is in place, then we need to have the implementation mechanism.
Drawn to bigger coalitions, and particularly bigger coalitions where there are different types of actor and influencer, different types of organization in one space. And because I think that's where productive dialogues can best be accommodated. And I think that's the unique strength of GFCC.
GFCC brings together, actually is a forum that brings together different types of interests and different types of views. And it's difficult to find this variety at this senior level in many other fora, at least in Europe, but also I would say globally.
One thing I would change would relate to what we've said earlier about investing in others, creating these partnerships for long-term social benefit. So a kind of rediscovery of the social and a rediscovery and embrace of social well-being alongside mental well-being.
I would like to be able to redesign some of the processes that every university has in order to decide on certain priorities or on certain new ideas, because although we are fast, at the same time we may not be fast enough.
I think there is a common bond around integrity, the power of science to do good and to challenge conventional wisdom. And I think a secondary common bond is the commitment to changing lives, either through educating or through research or through policy impact.
We need collaboration with the policymakers, with the industry partners. So it is collaboration with this type of entities that will help guide us in areas of research, for example, or teaching for that matter, that we can make a difference. Because research is not, and university education is not a one-way process. It's a two-way process or a multi-way process.